This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm delighted to be joined by the beast from the East, Anthony Yarde here in London. Anthony, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic, magnificent. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Obviously, it's good to hear you're doing well. It's here, it's fight night. I know people have mentioned it, you've had, and everybody knows you've had a very difficult year now with what's happened with your family. But are you just relieved to be able to get back into the ring and doing what you love?
Most definitely. It's like taking candy from a baby. You know, when you don't when the child's crying and can't get those seats, it becomes more hysteric. But all jokes aside, it's good to be back in this, atmosphere, this environment, boxing, headlining a show. It's behind closed doors. It's a new situation to myself and a lot of other people, but it's just one of the things that it's part of history. It's a very negative part of history, but it's still part of history. Fighting behind closed doors, no crowd, all these swabs and doing all these precautions. It's never been done before in history. So again, I told everybody, I'm not going to fight with no pay cuts behind closed doors. I'm not going to have no world title fights or big fights behind closed doors. Any fight I'm in is a big fight, in my opinion. But I said to everybody, when it's entertainment time, it's entertainment time. People are still going to be behind the screens watching, so I'm going to feel the energy.
It's obviously the first time you've fought since February, as was mentioned. Are you kind of looking forward to getting back out there and showing people what they've missed?
Missed the entertainment, missed the explosive. AY, lines in the camp. Now, all jokes aside, again, someone like, in the press conference, Dec Spelman said that, I think it was him or his trainer said that, basically everything's been handed to me. Nothing's been handed to me. He's going to feel why the opponents fall over. And again, it's a sport of entertainment. I created a name for myself by knocking people out. When I signed with Frank Warren, I still had a job to do. It wasn't all given to me. I didn't start off fighting on TV. I knocked out all my opponents, then I got put on TV, and then I knocked out that opponent as well. And then I continued to knock people out. So again, it builds interest. So don't tell me nothing was given to me.
Just with Dec Spelman, what should you expect from him? What are you expecting from him? Are you taking anything from the Lyndon Arthur fight, or are you expecting a better prepared version of Dec Spelman for yourself?
Absolutely not. It's boxing. It's boxing. I was forced into watching that fight, but I would delete that fight from my mind. The way he fights me is not the way he's going to fight any other person. And he will, everyone's going to see that from the first few punches that are thrown, or even by the way I shape up. It's going to all change. And that happens in boxing, I was thinking about my other fights, Nemesis Patty, I remember I watched two of his rounds. There's some fighters when I've watched like one or two of their rounds just to see how they shape up. And when he was fighting, I think it was Liam Smith, he was throwing bare punches. Against me, after the first few, he hardly threw any punches. Another guy, Sequeira, he came for it, and then in his other fights I've seen him, he stood there and waited, he just trying to box. But with me, he came at me. And I boxed, and then I took him out in the fourth round. Same as, Travis Reeves. These guys fight other people completely different from the way they fight me. And there's a reason for that. So, again, I'm not a guy that blows my own trumpet. Sometimes you need to, but I'm not a guy that does that. My dreams and aspirations to become world champion, to unify the division and be one of the best light heavyweights. And I know it seems like it's an impossible task now, but if you look at my experience and what I've accomplished so far, it's not all that impossible.
Final question from me, Anthony. You've had the experience of travelling to Russia. Somebody is travelling to Russia this week, or is out there now, Chudinov-Sadiq, getting ready to face Fedor Chudinov. What do you make of that, and what would you like to say to Umar ahead of that fight?
Again, I was a person that led by example. I went out to Russia and just challenged. There's no such thing as fear. Fear only holds you back. Umar, I believe, is going to go and win that fight. Again, it's not the same as a Kovalev, but it's still, he's going to Russia. He's redoing what I was meant to do. And I feel like he's going to pull it off. Umar's a very tricky fighter, long arms, dangly. That's what I call him, dangly. And he hits hard, considerably hard as well. I sparred a lot of rounds with Umar. I commend him for going out there, man, and taking the opportunity. And what I believe as well, it's very short notice. He took the fight on short notice, or it was announced on short notice, I don't know. But I think he's going to go out there and win the fight, man. I wish him all the best.
Anthony, I appreciate your time. I'll let you shoot off now. Thanks for speaking to Boxing Social.
Love, man. Lions in.
Thank you.